So what exactly we'll be doing over the project training program. So there are multiple members from different teams who have joined in this current week, or maybe for the next couple of days we'll be seeing. But from after a 5-day program, we'll be having only July team members who have already paid for the July program. So those will be the main people who will be continuing with us. But yeah, so since you have already joined in, and we'll be doing lots of learning, or you can say lots of activities together. I would like to just ask you guys to quickly react. So if you are very new to UiPath and you don't know anything, in the top there are reactions. Just give out a thumbs up. And if you already know a bit of UiPath and you are trying to add projects to your activities, give out a heart symbol. And um, anything else, just go with these two options. It will be easier for me. So thumbs up and heart. If you are very new to UiPath, thumbs up. And if you are a bit of coding, having a coding knowledge, and you are trying to go with projects, go with a heart. Okay. I've seen three. What about others? Make it quick, please. So we are recording this meeting. So all the members who have already paid for July will have the access for the recording. So don't worry on the recording part. Just concentrate on the activities that we are trying to do. Okay. Give me a second. I'll just verify if I didn't get any mails or messages, and then I'll be back. Okay, thank you so much. Let me just send me the invitation link. So everyone got invitation links. Can you please just confirm? Yes, no?
So this meeting link, right? When you say the invitation link.
Yeah, the meeting invitation link in the calendars. Yeah, okay. Okay. So I'll be speaking out for the first few minutes because the invitation link should be shared with everyone. But yeah, thank you so much for joining in. And most of you might have known me. My name is Vajrang, and I recently moved to US. And if you are in US, you can definitely ping me out in here. So to collaborate with everyone with the cross time zone, we are trying to work around with this particular time around 8:30 of US time and 6 o'clock in the morning of Indian time. So this will be a great learning in the early morning hours for everyone. And so let's go ahead and get started. So today is ideally the first day of July team, but others also who have joined for the basics, please go ahead and um, drop in your questions in the chat. We'll see the questions later. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for joining in. So today is officially the day one of UiPath Basics. So in the past, all the teams I haven't covered the basics. The main reason being I was expecting members to complete the basics on their own, but a quick requirement of basics is required for everyone. So even though you know the basics, even though you are trying to complete the projects, just see because there are a lot of new things that are coming in your Path Studio. Maybe there is something that you are missed or that you missed in your learning of basics, and here you can definitely get it. So coming to UiPath, if you want to start with UiPath, there are three important links that we need to take it up. That is cloud.uipath.com, forum.uipath.com, and Academy. So everything can be logged in using single sign-on. All the links are using a single sign-on. So if you create one account, then you can get all the details or you can get access to all the other platforms. Okay. So I'll just post these links in the chat. So no need to copy them or right now go ahead and open them. So just have a quick watch on what I'm saying. And by the way, I'm sharing my screen. Are you able to see it or not? Please confirm that. Are you able to see the screen or not?
Yes, we can see.
Cool. Thank you. So people who are already in July 6th July program, they have the access for the notes as well. I will tell you how to get the access, and who are yet to pay. So obviously will not have the access. So if you want the access, you need to complete the payment. Okay, so here is the June team July 2022. So first thing you need to get the hyper hackers access, and then you need to get the general access. So if you don't have the access and if you have paid, just ping me up, and then after this meeting we'll connect and we'll sort it out. And the second thing is, I'll just quickly show you what are the other activities or other teams have. So here we'll have lots of details about all the resumes, projects, coding, certifications, transcripts, meeting transcripts, everything that will be generated over a period of time for you or everyone for the July 6 July members. And this is a team notes that we have created over a period of 30 days, if you have asked me. So this is the list of videos as well as the links that we have discussed or that we have discussed, and all the video links are shared on a daily basis for the members with restricted access. So just go ahead and see if you are already having July, or else if you don't have July access, then please wait till you get the access.
Uh, hey, Vajrang, I don't have access. This is
See,
Shashank.
that's what. Don't no need to unmute yourself now. After the meeting, we can talk because we just need to continue
Cool.
and work. Okay, thanks. So first thing we need to do, everyone, please go ahead and after this meeting, go ahead into cloud.uipath.com. I'll just have this open for you all. So your tab cloud. Access where I can log in. So if you are not registered in this, go ahead and register and then log in. So how to do that? I'll just quickly show you. So this is cloud.uipath.com opening in a private window so that I can just show it out how this will work. So you'll have this single sign-on. You can continue with your registered email ID if you don't have the access, and this will land you into the like once you complete the sign-in, you need to give your organization name. Just give out your name. That should be fine. And
Bajrang, you are in mute.
You're a mute.
Is someone muting me? Okay. So till when am I audible?
You just log in and give us a mute.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. So there you go. Okay. Right. So after you complete your login, so this is what you will get. And if you, the first activity that you need to do is go to Download Studio. You will download an exe file. So the first activity is register, then download UiPath Studio. Okay, so once you download the UiPath Studio, you can log in or you can just sign in. Here you will get a option to sign in. Like I can sign out now, but I'll stay. So here you will get an option to sign in. So just go ahead, click in and sign in. Okay. So after you complete the sign in, so this is a complete environment where you can add the single email is required to have access for both assistant, register, download studio, then you need to log in to profile. So this is where you will be able to achieve the license or get the license. Okay. Yeah, but so everyone who you need to complete this activity first and then move on to the next activities. Okay. UiPath Studio and Orchestrator will be connected. Okay. So since this is the kind of boot camp, we will be moving in very fast. And if you ask me, um, your basics will be completed within a flash. So be attentive in completing or listening to the task. Okay, just a second. Yeah. Okay. So how many of you have UiPath Studio installed? Just type in the chat UiPath Studio installed. How many of you have it and connected? Just ping in the chat. I have it and connected. Yes, I have. Okay. Okay. Others, please complete it fast. Srikanth, you can turn off your video. Okay. Okay. So Shashank, you need to install UiPath Studio.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the same link from the UI cloud.com, right?
Yeah, cloud.uipath.com. Yeah, just go ahead and install. Okay, thank you. Please, everyone, please go on mute. Okay, thank you. So once you download the first activity or simple things that we need to do, you need to identify three things. First thing is UiPath. You will get three things. First thing is if you just type in UiPath, you will get UiPath Studio and Assistant. So diagnostics tool you can ignore for now, but all you need is UiPath Assistant and UiPath Studio. So let's check what do we need. Yeah, first we need to check with UiPath Studio and UiPath Assistant. So there are two things that you need to check or see in Studio. See, Studio is a development environment. Okay, and Assistant is a execution environment, execution software. So whatever code you write in the whatever code you write or whatever data you write in the studio, that will be moved or that will be executed using assistant, or you can say UiPath. This is also called as UiPath robot. So Right now, this is assistant. The previous versions, this is robot. So there are many names, but the activity is to run the code. Okay. Um, let's start with UiPath. Just search with UiPath and open UiPath Studio.
So Vajran, do I need to create an organization or assign in with different account? Uh,
You can create organization. So this is my studio. This is loading, and the version that I'm using is 2022. So members um, who need to have 1 to 2 years of experience, so they need to have idea about previous versions of UiPath Studio. So that how can we understand that and how can we work with that? We will see in the next sessions. And on the left side, you can see start, tools, templates, team setting, and help. Um, I don't want to waste time in detail explaining all the activities because as we move forward, we will go with each and every activity. So the first thing is go to start right now. Development environment. Okay. Start Open Studio. And don't expect that this will be like very basics for the continuous 4 weeks. It will be very fast, or maybe people who joined in the previous team also joined in this team because they just want to learn the basics. They will kind of tell you how it will be. I will have a quick feedback session as well in the next by the end of the meeting. So we'll have start on the left side. We have open project where if you already have any project, you can open that. On the left side, you can see all the latest projects that I have opened there on the left side, and on the right side are the templates as well as the new projects. So for now, we'll go with process, and we'll start with the new process or July 6th. So this is today's project, and important things to know. Here, this is the name that that wherever you move the code, you will see, and this is the description of the process. So basics, demo 1. And there are 3 versions or 3 compatibilities that you can say. Windows Legacy is previous or .NET 4.6, like the .NET actually moved from different versions. So complete UiPath is on .NET. Okay, so if you want to learn UiPath, then having a bit of coding in .NET will be helpful for you. But even though you don't have it, you can still manage. So anything above Windows .NET 4, .NET 4.5.0 are the Windows application. So this is legacy. So all the projects right now in the environment or in the market right now are with Windows legacy. So you can blindly go with this for now. And if your organization comes with this, then obviously it will be only in the next 6 months or next 1 year, not now, not immediately. So cross-platform is completely different. So .NET actually supported Linux and Mac as well from latest versions using .NET Core. So for those two, Windows cross-platform and Windows are required, but we'll be working on Windows Legacy. That will be enough for everyone. Okay. New project and Windows Legacy. We just need to give the name of the project. Okay, and then let's continue. So this will create a workspace. So while it's creating a workspace, any quick questions, just go ahead and type in, don't unmute and talk. Any questions so far? I hope no. Fine, thank you. So here it is, our studio. And okay, do you have any question? Let's just quickly see it. By default, VB radio button is selected. Yes, by default, VB radio button is selected, and it will be radio VB only. It should not be C sharp. By default, it's VB. All the projects for the past 5 years are being developed with VB. The code which we developed follows best practices and usable. You're going much ahead, Ramesh. So take one step at a time. Maybe we'll complete the basics first. And yeah, all the codes that we are building or at an enterprise level, every code must be reusable. So that's what you just need to quickly check, but not the correct time to discuss about it.
Hey, Weston,
And
what is
uh,
Studio and Studio X? Sorry.
Yeah. So Studio is for developers and Studio X is for business users. Like as a developer, we write mostly code and we will be able to understand the code. But Studio X, on a different hand, like there will be many minimal code or like if you don't have any coding knowledge and if you still want to have modern design, so that's what Studio X is all about. We'll not be covering Studio X in this program. That's not required if you see. And if you go with UiPath Studio X market jobs, they are zero right now in the market. You don't have any jobs in the market right now with Studio X. Okay. Yeah, please go on mute. I didn't sign in with SSO, but with my personal ID, is that fine? You can go ahead with whatever you want. So that should be fine. Okay, going back. So please stop the questions. And here you go. So whatever you're seeing right now is the complete development pane. And on the left side, whatever you're seeing is the project. What this is the project pane where you have the files. Like if I want to create a file, so this is where you will have it. Okay, so if you can see, there are entities, object settings, main. So the main activity or whatever we are working now is only one file, but all these are supporting folders or all these are supporting libraries, and this is the project. So if you just open the project, I'll just give a quick overview of the project file. And knowing about a project file will actually make an interviewer believe that you are an experienced professional. Okay, so if you are saying that you don't know about project.json and if you're going for an interview and he can just tell you that, then how are you, then he can ask more questions on this. Basically, how did you manage and how did you maintain? So just have a quick understanding of all these things. Okay, so on the top you have name, the name of the project, and if I change it here and if I save it, obviously everywhere. So this is like a code file or this is like a backend file that can support our project to start. Like, okay, and what is the studio version that is developed in, and what is the project version? If we have multiple projects, then we can take it up. And execution type, is it a workflow? Design options, this is development environment, and is this a template? Are we creating any template? No, false. And target framework is legacy. Like I have said, there are three: legacy, Windows, and cross-platform. So legacy is what we are looking at right now. Okay, and right now, all the projects are by default added with Excel activities, mail, system, and UI activities. So if I want to add more activities or if I want to add more data in it, I can do that, obviously. So no, nothing more to this, but just understand that all the settings of a project will be in the project.json. So that's important to know. And main
Sorry,
is
Kiran, to interrupt. So you showcase some Excel activity, Windows activity, and
mhm,
two more, right?
mhm.
Can you explain last two, like the system activity? What?
Uh, okay. System activities are like if you are getting some like if I want to have some date function, if I want to open a application, so that is for system activities. And UI activities is to automate or is to like click on a button or click on anything. So that's what UI activities is for. Okay. If you can go and read the documentation, that would be definitely good. But mostly we'll be using most of our projects, all the activities. If you cannot say that this is the only activity that I need to learn, or these are the only activities, if I learn only these activities, you will get it done. So On an average, you need to know a pretty good amount of activities, and you can get it by practice. Like while we are working on projects, you cannot work only on like, okay, I have PDF activities. I can learn all the PDF activities, but when you are working with projects, only knowing PDF activities will not give you anything. You need to know how to integrate them. Like you need to know how to make other connections with other activities. Like with PDF, I also need to know how to extract the files, how to move the files, how to get the data, and how to add the data from one location to a different location. So all these things will come into one picture, and then you can complete a project. Yeah, knowing only one specific PDF activities or document understanding activities will not help you. Okay. Okay, let's quickly go to the studio. So there are quick shortcuts for you. So if you want, go ahead and check. But today we'll be covering on few major or given activities, or you can see mm, variables, arguments, and activity spend. So this is our major target for today because we need to know what exactly it is and how exactly we need to map. And knowing the basic is very much important. If you understand how to map it and how to make things change, then it will be very much easier. Variables. Okay. So before variables, let's go with the UiPath Assistant, and I'll give you a quick overview of UiPath Assistant. Then we'll go with UiPath variables, arguments, everything. So if you can see here, this is my assistant. You too will have the same. And if you are seeing on here, you can have reminders. Like if you want to run a robot at a specific time, you can add it. So this is newly added. And these are the short programs that are available in the marketplace. You can go ahead and check it. So I can just hello world. If there is anything with hello world, I can get it. Maybe I don't have. Mm, okay, let's you check. Maybe you can go ahead and check in the marketplace and you can try. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and quickly see with the details. So whatever you're seeing on the left is project, and there are some predefined codes that are available. Like, okay, there is calculator automation that I have, ping monitor that I have, advanced, you have counter example link. So these are used to quickly add in. Okay, I have a filter collection. If I just want to add in filter using link, I can just go ahead and drag and drop. So that's what I can do. If I want to just filter a data table using link, I can just drag and drop, open my mail, open my mail. Snippets, just go ahead, drag and drop. And these are a list of predefined code that is available for you. Like you can just go ahead and check with all these values. That's it. So data table, you can just add. Okay, I'll just run this one for the sake of execution, nothing else. And if you can see, this is where we are getting the things executed. Okay, so for the first time, it will take a bit of time to complete. So here, this is in the output pane. We'll just see what's the output. Even I don't know what's there in it, but these are a series of codes, or you can say reusable codes. So anything that is above 30 is what it's selecting, and male it's what selecting. So if you can see in the build data table, now we have all the members who are 30 to 27 of ages, and gender, it's male or female. So we are selecting more than 30 with male. So that's what it is. And if I want to just reuse the code, I can just use it. So this is all about snippets. There are multiple other snippets that you have. And if you want to add your own snippets, you can add that as well. Okay. Now, you have asked on multiple things. First thing is system activities. So what is system activities? So this is system activities. So if you can see application, if I want to start a process, open a process, kill a process. So these are just the code that is already written. You just need to drag and drop and things will start. And clipboard, if there is a data from clipboard, dialog. Okay, so all these things will come into system and UI automation will come into UI automation. So application, browser, code, element, OCR window. So there are multiple other activities that we have. Okay. UiPath core activities. So if you want to filter data table, get current job info, retrace scope. So these are all there with UiPath. So basically on the left side, whatever you are seeing are the code. Instead of you writing a code, the code is already written. You just need to pull in and place it. That's it, nothing else. So you also have some app integration like CSV, mail, and all computer vision activities. We can see all these later. For now, this is not required and not interesting even, because if you start immediately with learning with all these activities, you will be bored and you will not be able to continue further. So never do that mistake. Important panes. So what we have covered so far, let's quickly write it out and then we'll continue. So we completed on project pane, snippet pane, okay, activities pane. Okay, activities pane is already written. And so this is the main coding window. If you can see main file, and this is where you need to write all the code. And on the right side, not everything, but important thing that you need to understand is properties pane. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly add in. So basic building block we have is sequence. So let's go ahead and add into main file. So what do we need to do? We need to add a sequence, or we can just write out a log message. Let's just quickly write hello world. So there are different ways to write a log message, but let's just to write a message box so that you can just have a visual representation of the code execution. Message box. I can just add my message. Hello everyone, welcome. So what is expected to do? Message box, it should show a message, nothing more than that. So that's what it does. Let's go ahead and run the file. Run the file again. My assistant starts, so you can see assistant starts again. It is running. If I want to stop, I can stop. If I want to pause, I can pause. I'm not going to do that, but yeah. Hello world, welcome. So this is the message. Like all the activities will go only to this place. So if I just want to add something, okay, like application, open or start a process. I will start a process called calculator, or you can just start called. Let's see if this will work or not. Not sure. I just give calculator process. Ideally, I should give a calculator path. This should fail. If this is working, no, this will not work because this should stop. Yeah, but the idea is everything that you need to write should go into this main flow. That's it. Okay, and then let's go with this. So main file, all the code, or main file or all the code. First go with this. So we'll write subcodes or submodules as well. Other than main file, we have multiple subfiles that we can create. But for now, this is what we have. And project plane we have completed arguments. Yeah. So the important things that we are going to complete in the next 10 minutes, 5 minutes for variables and 5 minutes for arguments is what we'll see. Okay, now how can we understand variables? Okay, now I have a message here, right? Okay, I have a long string, hello everyone, but this is not stored anywhere. Like I cannot make any changes to this. But if I want to store it somewhere, I need to add it at some place. I need to, like, if you are having your money, you need to store it somewhere. A bank can be a place, a purse can be a place, or a wallet, or you can say e-wallet, anything. So what is that variable name or where you are storing is called is something that stores the data, or that's something that have data to be used. So greeting, I'll follow the coding standards. So I'll start with a string str greeting, and that goes with my hello world. Hello everyone. So if I want to pass it anywhere, okay. So if I just have 4 message boxes or 3 message boxes, if I just add hello world, hello, welcome, everyone. Okay. And if I quickly run this, what is the expected result? You can just quickly type in the chat, what is the expected result? Have the first message, and I'll wait for you to just type in the messages. Go ahead, quickly start. 3 message boxes. Good. Okay. Okay. So if you clearly observe, I have 3 message boxes, that's correct, but all the 3 will show 3 different messages. Hello, then welcome, then everyone. So these are 3 different messages. Okay. Now let's assume that I have all the messages are same. Okay. So here also we have hello. Now the ideal situation is I have 3 message boxes and I have 3 different hello messages. So what is this particular? What do we get now? Irrespective of the message boxes, are all the 3 message boxes having the same data? Yes or no? Yes, no, yes, no. Okay, yes. So I have all the message boxes with same data. Hello. Hello. But here the situation is, in our code, we'll have many situations where we need to send information at a one particular place or collect the information at one particular place and reuse it at multiple places. Now coming to this one, if I want to change at one place, or instead of hello, if I want to write hello world, I need to change it 3 different places. Hello world. Until I change at 3 different places, I will not be able to get the same result. For example, I change it for 1 and 2, but on the third one, I didn't change. So what is the expected result? Just go ahead. What is the expected result for the first 2 and the third one? Hello world is the first one. I'll wait for your answer. What is the second message? 2 hello worlds and the last one is hello. So if you observe, everything is separated. I don't have one connection between all the values. So to have a connection is where we will use variables. Okay. Now, hello world, hello. Yeah, you're right, Sudhanshu. Now let's go ahead and convert this to variable. Instead of a string, I will just give out my variable that's created, that is greeting. Okay. So if I go ahead and give out greeting at every place, greeting, yes. So now I have only one place where I have the major information, that is greeting. Okay. So if I want to get the information, I can just run this file and I can see the information. So what is the result now? Will all the 3 message boxes have a different value or the same value? I'll wait for your answers. Make it fast. This is fastest fingers first. You should not wait. Can I say yes, 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 yes. Okay, Cool. So let's quickly see. First one is yes. First one is yes. Second one is yes. And the third one is also yes. Okay. Now we have the same value at three different message boxes. So if I quickly want to change it, okay, in the first message, if I want to add some value, okay, after first message, I don't want the same value, but I want to change it. So if I want to change, I need to change it two different places earlier, but now I just don't need to change it like that. Hello. And I can just write str greeting and I can just add the current date and time now.toString. So you'll get to know what is this one later. But what I actually did is I just added the greeting along with the date and time. And I'm fine. So what is the expected result? What is the first result and what about the next two values? I changed only at the second place, only before the second message. Remember that. So the first one is hello world. Hello everyone. So what is the result of second and third? Remember, I changed only at the second value, not at the third. Okay, second one includes the date and time. What about the third one? Two times with date and time, third also with date and time. Okay, second message, hello everyone. Current date and time, third will hello world everyone. Sashank, you're wrong. Hello everyone, third should also include date and time. Exactly. So if you observe, uh, you're referencing one particular place. Okay, now when you're doing that, you will have the value updated or the variable gets updated. So only one place you need to change. Remaining all the places wherever it's required or wherever we have the information, it will be like you will access the same information across. So that is variable. Okay. So in variable, there are multiple multiple types. If you are checking with data, you can also take that it is a data type. But yeah, we have variables and variables will have data types. So you can just type in data types that you know so that we'll see. So the greeting that we have typed is a string. It's a collection of characters. So it's a string. So what are the others? String, Boolean, data table. Okay, quickly, super. Integer in 32, super. Mail message. Okay, array. List, super, super, excellent, excellent contribution, guys. Make it quick. Date time. Okay, stop. Enough for the time. So if you see, there are different data types. Why? Simple example. Uh, while programming, to understand different different types of data, we actually divided the values into multiple segregations. For example, in numbers, 1 to end is endless is called integer. If you add 0 to it, it's whole numbers. If you add points, it is decimals. So in the same way, UiPath using .NET, like .NET have actually divided this into multiple variables, multiple types of variables. String will contain only a collection of characters, or you can say a group of characters. Now, if you can see Boolean ideally should have 0 or 1, true or false. So if you want to have any flag, if you want to tell yes or no, then you will use uh, this particular value. Then int 32 is used for integers or numbers. Okay, it will not contain floating numbers, by the way. Floating numbers in the sense decimal numbers. It will contain only integers. Data table will contain table values, tabular data with rows and columns. Okay, mail message is also a type of message, like how a data table will contain a rows, columns, and headers. Mail message will actually contain subject, body, and then send time, receive time, all these objects, or if you can say all these properties. So this is mails. And array is a collection of similar data type, similar items. But there is a quick pause for this because array have some limitations. We can check with these limitations and all later. This is also a collection. I'll tell you the difference later. So a date and time will be used to have a date and time property, like, okay, this is the current date and time. So that property will be in date and time. Only dates and time. Like how many seconds, how many minutes, like how much time, how much difference. So everything will come into date and time. Okay, fine. So we still have 5 more minutes to complete the other values. So that is arguments. So you can tell arguments are also same, but the major difference between variables are scoped locally. Scoped locally. Like it can be used only in one file. Within a file. But if I want to send the data from one file to a different file, then we'll go with arguments. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll quickly go check with this. So I'll just add one more file to it. We have main file. I'll just add one more sequence. And the sequence name is subflow. Okay, so here I'll again add a message box. I'll just cut this one and paste it away. Okay, I'll remove this message box in the interest of time. And I'll just remove this one. Okay. Now, if I need to just add this file, or if I need to start or execute this subflow from main file, I will go to project and I will just drag and drop this one. Nothing else. I'll not do anything else. I'll just only drag and drop. But if you can see, subflow is not having something called greeting. Okay, so this greeting in the main flow is available in variables. Okay, now here we don't have anything called variables and arguments. Okay, so if you see anything that I declare in main will not be accessible in subflow. So how can I do that? I can give a argument called in underscore greeting. And here this should be an argument. So there are multiple things. So the major difference between variables and arguments is variables will not have directions. Arguments will have directions. Okay, in, out, in, out. And the last one is property. Yes, property. We'll discuss only about first two and the next one in next 1 week and the property in the last week of the program, not now. So in is to accept arguments, accept values. Out is to send values out. Inout is to use same variable or same location, or you can say same name to get and send out values. Okay, so I'll do one thing. Variable subflow, I'll just use in greeting, and whatever message I'm sending from main, I'll just print it here, but I'll just add one thing. Message from subflow. So this is concatenation. We can check concatenations later, but understand the flow, how things are moving in from to and forth. Okay, so if I just go ahead, so it's asking me to send me the value. Where is the value in greeting? Okay, take greeting. Okay, and then hit on OK. So what message do we get from the first message box? What message do we get from the second message box? So that's the question you need to answer now. Quickly, we don't have time. We have only 5 minutes. We'll be closing in 5 minutes. Good. Go ahead, make it quick. What is the message box output from the main? What is the message box output from the subflow? Okay. Hello everyone, welcome. So in both message boxes, you will have the same message. That's what you're telling. Okay, now you got it. Okay, so let's quickly execute and see. Okay, thank you. So let's go ahead, quickly execute and see. So now I'm not going to use run. I'm going to use step into. This is very interesting. Okay, I'll stop it because step into started from main. Okay. Step into, we'll use it for step-by-step execution of the code. So I'll go to main, step into. So if you can see, this is sequence. This will start in sequence, and then we'll go into message box, step into. Then we'll see a message box coming out. Hello everyone. And now this will be executing. So it is a sequential execution. It will start from top to bottom. Now it went into this one, and in the locals, I can watch. Hello everyone, welcome is what I have. Step into, step into. So now if you can see, though I don't have a message in greeting, str greeting, I can send data from one workflow to other workflow. So this is the use of arguments. We need to argue or get the value from a different place. Okay, and then continue. So this gets closed or this gets completed. Okay, now if I want to send back the value, like, okay, I got an in value. If I need to send an out argument, okay, I got the value and I just need to send out greeting. Okay, I can also do that, but the direction should be out. It should not be in, because if you are sending a message outside, it should be out. So I'll just do one thing. I'll just assign. Okay, and then I will just go ahead and just write out argument, out greeting. So I'll just add whatever greeting I got, I'll just add it, and then I'll just add my name. President sends out message. Okay, so I just sent it out. Now, if I want to access it from main, again, I just need to assign it to same value, str greeting. So if I am assigning it to the same value, will it create a new variable or will it change the existing value? Or will it update the existing value? So this question you need to answer. If I given both in and out the same variable name, so will this create a new variable or will it update it? Update it is from Ganesh. What about others? What about others? Make it fast. Super. Cyclen, you're wrong. It will update it. Okay. So you just need to see what we are doing. We are taking a value, we are sending in some value that is greeting, and we are taking out a value, but we are replacing or we are updating it to greeting. Okay, let's check with a message, or no, we'll go with log message. We have already seen the message box. So again, str greeting. Okay, now just quickly do a step-by-step flow. That's it. Nothing fishy or nothing too complex. just enjoy the code. Message box subflow. It's first it's typing in the hello world message, and if you are watching, str greeting is what we have. Hello everyone, welcome. So if you can see it here, step into it's inside the workflow, and in greeting we don't have any message in out greeting. In greeting, hello welcome. We got it from main. It just typed in the message hello welcome subflow. Now, if you can see, out greeting message is oh, hello everyone, Bajrang sends out. So we are just updating, or we are just creating a new variable or new argument with this value, and we are sending out. Now, if you can see, this is step into so str creating value. So whatever message that we have sent out, that's what is updated. And when we just quickly check it, log message. Hello everyone, welcome. Bajrang sends out message. Continue. That's it. Simple. So quick recap. Variables are scoped inside only the workflows. You cannot send in and out, or you cannot move from, or you cannot send the values from one workflow to another workflow. For that, you need to use arguments. That's it. Okay. In and out, we'll see later. Okay. Now let's quickly stop our meeting. Saikiran, unmute and talk. The meeting is completed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. So in both in and out cases, we are creating the arguments in the sub workflow and assigning the arguments to the variables in the main workflow, right?
No, in and out is different. The direction, if you are getting in, it will only get the values. If you are getting out, you are only sending the values outside workflow. There is no variable creation that's happening here.
Yeah, like for supposing in case we are creating the argument in sub workflow.
Yes.
And we are passing it into the main workflow.
Correct. Using
Yeah,
import arguments.
Yeah, in out case, where should we create the argument? Is it in sub workflow?
See,
Anyway,
anywhere, it's only sub workflow you are creating.
okay.
In or out, wherever it is. So if you want to send value from one place to other place, you need to create it in one place and you need to send it out. If you want to extract, get a value from some place, you will get it, but you need to get it as in argument, not out argument. I accept it.
So that means we can't. So that means we can't create arguments in the main flow.
No. Like arguments in main flow can also be done, but when you're calling it, like those will be used in Orchestrator, not because if you are calling, let's say that you created you create a different workflow, like, okay, I have main argument, this is main argument. Now, if I create a separate workflow project, invoke, I can create a separate add sequence. This is for dummy purpose. So everything is a file. Every activity is you can just tell that this is a file. So if I can just go ahead and import or start execution again, this import workflows. Okay, I just need to save it. When I click on import arguments, you can still get it. So for main also you can create. It is just a file, it's a workflow. That's it. Okay, everywhere you can create, but you just need to understand how to move the files. So if I have the information, if I need to send it to you, then you need to ask me using an in argument. But if you already have some information and if I want to take it, you need to send it as an out argument, but I need to accept it using assigning a variable by assigning a variable. What if you don't give any log message and run it as it is? You cannot see the message. You can see it in the log message. It will be updated. The log message is just to show the value.
You can't directly access it. You have to assign again and then
Yeah.
reuse it.
Yes, correct. You need to assign it to a variable and then use it.
Okay.
Okay, so I just need to understand how many of you are from June team and how many of you are from July team or previous teams other than July team. How many of you are from other teams? Just make a hand raise. June. Just raise a hand. If you are from other teams, just raise the hand. And if you have already paid, if you have paid and from other teams, other team meetings. Okay. I know Mahadevi, Shivkumar, Srikanth. Okay. Thank you. So people who are from July team, can you guys unmute and talk for some time? I just need one person to talk from July who paid.
Yes, Vajra.
Hi,
Uh,
Shashank.
One person. Yeah, Shashank. Now let's talk with you. So are you able to understand what the basics, or you still confused? Is it too fast, too slow?
I don't know whether it is a fast or slow because I have no clue on this one. But yeah, I'm able to understand what's happening here. But yeah, eventually I'll be equal with everyone, I guess. But this is a very big stage for me. So I have a coding background, but I'm trying to relate this to the coding things.
Yeah,
Things are a little different.
even in the code, we'll just create variables, right? You are
Yes.
creating a string and the name of it. But here, the
Yeah.
names are already there. You're just selecting using drop downs. That's simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I need to get it hands-on experience, then it will be easy.
sure, definitely.
Yep.
So whatever we have discussed today, I will, so since you have already paid, you can have the access for the notes as well. So go ahead and check it,
Mhm.
and you will have the recording as well, but don't expect the recording to be available. So from this meeting or from this new team, there is a condition like every day we will be taking out your attendance, and if you are not attending the sessions, then please be aware that we will be checking your attendance and we will be monitoring. Like you cannot expect that you will be offline for around 15 days to 2 weeks, and all at the end of the program you come and say that I cannot understand. Okay, so that's the prerequisite, simple prerequisite, so that you will be able to attend. That's it, nothing else. Okay, so what about the July team members? Are you able to understand, or is it completely new for you to whatever we discussed?
Hi, Vajra. Ramesh said,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm completely new to the UiPath actually, so I can able to understand few things, and I see some of the places it seems like using the advanced level like OCR and other stuff. So still lot of way to go actually. I believe.
Don't go too fast, buddy. So I just want to talk. I just want to get the June team members also to talk. So they
Okay.
will give you a quick feedback on how quick and how fast our program will be. So can anyone from the June team or Ajay, someone can talk and discuss on how exactly we'll be covering on our program? Anyone? Yeah.
Ajay this side.
Yeah, Ajay.
Yes, I understood all those things.
Mhm. So
Yes.
this is not covered in your program, right? So how did you feel?
Yes.
Is it interesting to know things?
Yes, it is. It's very interesting.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. What about others from
I was
June?
right.
Sudhanshu, yeah, tell me. Sudhanshu, is it Sudhanshu?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
no,
yes,
some, yeah, tell me, Sudhanshu.
yes, sir. So this time I think it is a better approach that to so that everyone gets experience of the basics
Hmm.
and then they proceed towards projects. Then I
Yeah,
think it will be better. They can learn it fast.
yeah. So we'll be having for sure you need to complete few courses that I'm going to give you. You cannot say no to them. So just go ahead and check them in next half an hour or 1 hour after we complete this call. I'll just send you the links over the same meeting. Um, like tomorrow, we may or may not have the same invitation link. So just check out for the emails and just get connected. Okay, so just give out a thumbs up if you are completely, if you understood this one, and if you like the meeting, or if you didn't like it, tell me now. What didn't you like? or what didn't you understand? Okay. Okay.
So, Bajrang, I just installed the UiPath. So,
Hmm.
and I also got some internet issues while you were explaining the system
Hmm.
activities, and I
Mhm.
could not see the system folder in the UiPath now. I just see project.json, but I'm unable to see the system and all things. System
System.
applications, you said, right?
No. The system will
Yeah.
be available here in the activities panel. Click on activities and you will see them. Okay. Okay, fine. So for June, you will have 1 week of session that I promised, and for July, so this is the first day of the program. So this is not this will be not so easy, because we'll be working on the projects as well as your resumes and your mock interviews as well. So stay attentive. I don't want the attendance to be missed. So we'll be monitoring your attendance on daily basis. Okay. Bye bye everyone. Have a great day. Sanket Kulkarni, okay, who already paid, stay in the call. I'm stopping the meeting recording, by the way. Yeah.